Parenting, one of the toughest jobs in this world, but nobody considers that as a job at all. Are you a good parent? Have you ever felt that you are a bad parent? Have you ever felt that you are doing injustice to your children? Then listen to this podcast till the end. In this podcast, I will try to explain the tips to become a good parent. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel Swamy Vijay, and this is Swamy Vijay speaking to all. Let us understand what is parenting. Parenting is a process of raising and nurturing a child from infancy to adulthood. They will not grow into healthy adults by default. You have to nurture them and you have to supply all the essential required ingredients or raw materials for to grow into a healthy adult. So it involves a lot of effort from your side and it requires dedication and a lot of involvement. Let us understand. Parenting involves providing physical care to your child, emotional support to your child, and guidance to help your child to develop into a healthy, happy, and responsible adult. As a parent, if you can guide your child properly, they will develop into a happy, healthy, and responsible adult, and your child will become an asset to the country. In India, parenting styles can vary widely depending on cultural norms, personal beliefs, and individual personalities. In the olden days, parenting means father must be strict and mother must be liberal. But those days are gone. There are different situations now. In these circumstances, in the modern circumstances, the parenting has become very tough. Every day I see so many parents, they are worried, they are unhappy, they are troubled by their children in so many areas. So it's not so easy to become a good parent. Some common parenting practices include setting rules and boundaries to children, providing emotional support and encouragement, fostering independence and responsibility, and teaching children impart life skills. Effective parenting requires patience, communications, and consistency, as well as a willingness to adapt and learn as a child grows and develops. But most of the parents, a common complaint is their children don't listen to them. Whatever they say, they are not listening. They don't listen to the parents' teaching. So, why they are not listening to you? Are you really parenting? Or are you trying to dominate your children? If you are parenting your child, they will listen to you, they will follow you. But if you are dominating like old style father, they may not listen to you and they will not listen to you. In this modern world, the teenagers, especially the teenage children, they won't listen to parents if they are always dominating in nature. So here are some tips for you to become a good parent. First one, show unconditional love and support. Don't always say, if you get good marks, I'll give you this one. If you become successful, I'll give you this one. And if they don't get good marks, if they don't score good marks, then don't treat them in an insulting manner. So they'll understand, your child understand, okay, my father, my mother gives me value and respect only when I bring marks, when I score good marks. That is not correct. It is your child. You have to support your child in all the situations. So show unconditional love and support. Children need to know that they are loved no matter what. Show them love, affection, and support, and let them know that you are there for them. You should celebrate not only their success, even their failure also. You should be with them when they are low, when they are down with the failures. Second one, set clear and consistent boundaries. Your children need structure and boundaries to feel safe and secure. Establish clear rules and consequences for breaking them, and be consistent in enforcing them. Tell them what is right and what is wrong, and if they don't follow it, what are the consequences they are going to face in future. And next one is practice positive discipline. Don't become a Hitler at home and don't try to impose whatever you believe is correct. Most of the children, most of the teenagers, they complain that parents don't understand their feelings, because if you are dominating parent or parents, then you are not creating a positive discipline, you are imposing a discipline which is going to create a lot of negativity in the life of your own child. So practice positive discipline. Discipline should focus on teaching and guiding rather than punishment. Use positive reinforcement, praise, and encourage to reinforce good behavior, and avoid using physical and verbal punishment. If you tell you are no use, you are of no use, you can't do anything, then your child will become like that only. Okay, the next step to become a good parent is communicate openly and honestly. So you have to talk to your child or children openly and honestly. You have to express your feelings, then only your children will understand, your child will understand what are your emotions and feelings. If you don't speak like a old style or old fashioned father, then how can your child understand your emotions and feelings? So you have to communicate openly and honestly. Of course, even in 21st century also, mothers are good in parenting than fathers. I have to accept that. So father, be honest and straightforward with your son and daughter, and practice good communication skills. Then another one is very important and as well as difficult for you to practice, mother and father both. Be a good role model. Don't always tell your child to become IAS officer, IPS officer if you are working a peon, or if you are not doing anything successful and great in your life. How can you motivate your child if you are not doing that thing? If you are not become, and if you force your child to become that, you should set a practical goal. You should make practical approach towards their goals. So be a good role model. If you teach them discipline, you have to follow them first. If you tell them to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, you first wake up from the bed and show them that you have been practicing that. If you practice, if you become a good role model, definitely your children will follow you. If you wake up at the 7 and if you ask them to wake up in the morning, and when they don't wake up and if you scold them, they may not say anything, but inside they are laughing at your indiscipline. So be a good role model, then they will follow you. Then foster independence and responsibility. Encourage your child to take responsibility for their actions and develop independence by giving them age appropriate tasks and responsibility. Don't treat your teenage child like a small kid. He or she knows what they are. They are better than us. Most of the children are better than parents. So give them independence, give them freedom, and as well as give them responsibility, and fix them when they go wrong and make them accountable for their actions. Okay, see, everybody knows parenting is one of the toughest jobs which nobody recognizes, and creates a lot of stress, tension, anxiety, worries, trouble in the life of parents. Many parents, they can't get proper sleep when their children don't perform well in the exams and in different walks of life. But I always says that parenting is a problem of the parents, not children. If you want to become a good parent, you should have that kind of a zeal and dedication and commitment towards your children. If you are not, then you can't do anything to become a good parent. See, always I believe one thing: if children are spoiled at home, it is because of parents. If children are spoiled at school, it is the responsibility of teachers. So in the entire process of parenting, bringing up your child from a small baby, infant to an adult, it is very stressful, not so easy. So in this entire process, don't forget to take care of yourself. Parenting is very stressful, so take care of yourself to be a good parent, and as well as you have to eat healthy, exercise, get enough sleep, and take breaks when needed. And if you can't become a good parent, and if you can't monitor your child and guide your child properly, take support from academic counselors, take support from people who can help you to become a good parent. Being said, I too know that parenting is not so easy, and if you are a single parent, then that would be the biggest challenge in your life, to play the roles of both mother and father. So be positive, Don't treat your child like an object, or don't treat your child like a machine who can create or who can make your life better. Think about your child. You should have a commitment towards your child's future in a better manner. So you should always think about your child's future and betterment. Then automatically your child or your children will definitely understand you and they will listen to you. Otherwise, if you try to follow the old style of parenting of domination, then that is not correct. But at the same time, if you are pampering your child, if you have a single child, boy or a girl, if you always pamper them, that is also wrong, because pampering won't create any good results. You are spoiling your child will get spoiled because of this kind of pampering. So you should impart discipline in your child, but there should be positive discipline. So these are the few tips which will help you to become an effective or a good parent. But remember, every child is unique and there is no one size fits all approach to parenting. So understand your child first and then try to follow these steps to become a good parent. Use these tips as a general guide and adjust them to fit your child's need and your parenting style. And at the last, I want to tell you one thing. You have to understand your child first, because you are an adult. You have more maturity. You have seen this world more than your child. So you should understand. If you try seriously, you will definitely understand your child. And that creates a happy relationship between children and parents. So that brings the end of this podcast. I hope all these tips will help you to become a good parent. And if you like this podcast, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit that like button so that you will receive the notifications the moment I upload videos on YouTube. And in case if you want to give me any suggestions to produce podcasts on different topics, please leave your comments in the comment section below. I would love to listen to those ideas. So every day at 21 IST or 9 p.m. I will be back with a new video. So we'll meet in the next podcast. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.